sky smiling at me. Nothing but blue sky. Do I see? Blue sky, blue sky. Bluebird singing a song. Nothing but bluebird all day long. Black flag happy, sunshine everywhere, and everybody's happy as a square in the fair. Hi, hi! All the days are hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue sky. Overhead. From now on. Go ahead, go ahead.
The Coca-Cola Company presents the Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands. And here's tonight's Spotlight Roll Call, the Tommy Dorsey Spotlight Band. The officers and men of Fort Wadsworth, Staten Island, New York. And tonight's first Spotlight tune, a Cy Oliver original, Opus 1, right about here. Crew has been commissioned to report to historic Fort Wadsworth on Staten Island, New York. And we'd like to add a bit of spotlight history to the annals of this great post by presenting some of the best music in the book. And here's one of the very best. Teddy Walters, Betty Brewer, and the Sentimental are singing Goodbye Sue.
Didn't mean to hear their
to you. You've been my only gal. What's more, my best pal. Please don't cry. Smile until the clouds roll by. Don't kiss me, dear, just walk away, or I could never ever say goodbye. Goodbye soon.
Spotlight's on, a symbol of American friendliness from Idaho to Iceland, from Arizona to Australia. Here are 4 good reasons for a good song. The Sentimentalists, Betty, Jean, Peggy, and Mary put their heads together and joined voices in I Never Knew. distance between your boy in uniform and his favorite music is this Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands program. For every night, Monday through Saturday, we're taking America's most popular music to America's fighting sons of freedom. And now Betty Brewer brings the men at Fort Wadsworth a top favorite, When They Ask About You. This is the message that Coca-Cola brings every day to thousands of Americans overseas. For Coke is bottled on the spot in over 35 allied and neutral countries where our men frequently meet up with it round the globe. Here's a tune that needs no introduction, Tommy Dorsey's famous rendition of Three Little Words. spotlight points with pride to the officers and men of Fort Wadsworth, Staten Island, New York. For this is one of the oldest Army posts in the country. Its fortifications even antedate United States history, for it was garrisoned one evening of the Declaration of Independence. Because of its strategic position, it was used by the Indians, the Dutch, and the British, and finally by our own government to ward off enemy attacks. In 1626, it was purchased from the Indians by Dutch settlers. 37 years later, a primitive stockade had been built on the present side of the post. 1 year later, the post entered a new phase when New Amsterdam was seized by the British and named New York. In 1776, it was captured by the colonists, and since then has played a major part in every war of our country. The last shot of the Revolutionary War was fired here by a British gunboat on evacuation day. During the war between the states, the fort was equipped with all the materials of warfare then available and received its present name in honor of Brigadier General James S. Wadsworth. But today, this great post is doing a more important job than ever, for it is aiding in its country's biggest battle for freedom. And so tonight, to the officers and men of Fort Wadsworth who are adding to its proud traditions by their achievements, the spotlight points with pride. The Tommy Dorsey crew gets ready, gets set, and goes jumping to Paramount on parade. Yes, yes. For Tommy Dorsey's famous musical signature, I'm Getting Sentimental Over You. Signs his musical signature in the Coca-Cola guest register. It's been night number 373 for the Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands, and we've marked 472,047 Spotlight miles. And remember, whoever you are, whatever you do, wherever you may be, when you think of refreshment, think of Coca-Cola. For ice-cold Coca-Cola makes any pause the pause that refreshes. playing for the boys and girls of the National 4-H Club, Chicago, Illinois, with music by Russ Morgan, and saying, see you then for the Coca-Cola Company. Good night.